Hello everybody, this is NCRT Class 5 EVS Unit 8, A Treat for Mosquitoes Part 1, prepared by Mrs. Nidhi Verma. In this part, we will know about the diseases caused by mosquito bite, cause of malaria, symptoms of malaria, and confirmation test for malaria. We have an interesting conversation between a few children. They are school going children and they are having an interesting talk. We have Rajat in the picture, you can see. So he fell sick a few days back and he was at home for a very long time. Now, when he got well, he went to school and his friends Jaskirat, Nancy, and Aarti surrounded him and they are talking to him. Jaskirat said, "You must be very happy at home. You must have played a lot. You didn't come to school for such a long time now." Then Rajat says, "Oh, who will play when he is having fever? And on top of that, I had to take bitter medicines and even I had a blood test." Then Jaskirat said in astonishment, "What? A blood test? Why? It must have been very painful." Then Rajat replied, "Actually, when the needle pricked my finger, it was like an ant bite. They took just 2-3 drops of blood and sent it for testing, and the result showed that I had malaria." Then Nancy replied, "But you get malaria when a mosquito bites you." Rajat said, "Yes, but we found out by the blood test." Then Jaskirat said, "I don't believe this. There are so many mosquitoes in my house nowadays, but I didn't got malaria." Then Nancy replied, "Who says that every mosquito bite will cause malaria? There are a few specific mosquitoes which cause this disease." Then Aarti intervened. "All mosquitoes look the same to me. How to find out which will cause disease and which will not?" Then Rajat said in a very thoughtful tone, "There must be some difference between them. Let us find out the origin of the word malaria. Actually, it has originated from two Greek words, mala and area. Mala means bad and area means air. So together they form the word malaria, meaning bad air. In earlier days, people used to think that this disease started in the swampy areas because they give a very bad smell, and this bad smell caused this deadly disease of malaria. Now, it is very interesting to know the cause of malaria. It is actually caused by a parasite called as Plasmodium, and it is carried by the female Anopheles mosquitoes, and it can be identified by the brown spots on its body. You can see in the picture the female Anopheles mosquito looks like this. These brown spots are its identifying features. Now, how to find out if a person may be infected by malaria? As Rajat fell sick, so what were the symptoms because of which the doctor would have sent him for the blood test? The symptoms are high fever, chills with rigors, weakness, and headache. So, if you ever experience such symptoms, you should contact your doctor immediately. Now, when we get a blood test, if the result comes positive, then we are confirmed that we are infected of malaria. Like you can see, in the picture we have a clinical pathology report of Rajat, who is aged 11, and he was diagnosed with fever with chills and rigors, and malarial parasite was found in his blood. So in such a case you should be vigilant about your health, and you should protect yourself from mosquitoes and take proper medication under the supervision of a medical practitioner. Now we have an activity for you, that is reading a report. We have a clinical pathology report here, and we have a few questions related to it. We have to answer these by reading this report carefully. The questions are: whose report is this? This is Seema's report. What is the age of the patient? 12 years. What is the date of this report? 14/7/2020. What are the diagnoses of the report? Fever with chills and rigors. Which parasite was found in the blood? Malarial parasite was found in the blood sample. Now, as you know that malaria has infected the people since time immemorial, but it was only in the 19th century that a great British scientist, Sir Ronald Ross, found out the cause of malaria, and he did his discovery in our country, that is India, and he received the prestigious Nobel Prize in 1902 for his discovery in the field of medicine. So, our salutations to the great scientist. Now, you must be thinking, what is a parasite? Is this any new word? Of course, this is a new word for you. A parasite is an organism, or it can be a plant as well, which derives its nutrition from some other organism. It is not capable of producing or procuring its food on its own. It depends on some other organism or plant which is called as the host. In the case of malaria, female Anopheles mosquito is the host and its carrier, and Plasmodium is a parasite which lives in the body of mosquitoes and humans, and when it enters the body of the humans it causes the disease of malaria. So it's a deadly parasite. Now, the question which arises is, how do the mosquitoes spread? Just look at these pictures. What do you find? Dirty, stagnating, smelly water. Yes, this is the ripe breeding ground for mosquitoes. That's why you are told by the municipal corporation again and again not to let the water stagnate near your surroundings. Let us have a look at the life cycle of this deadly disease causing mosquitoes. It has a four-stage development, as we came to know that mosquitoes require stagnating water to grow. So, an adult mosquito will lay eggs on the surface of the stagnating water. Then the eggs will convert into larvae, and after some time the larva will grow into pupa, and finally the pupa will turn into an adult mosquito which is ready to bite and cause malaria. Now let us find out some ways of controlling malaria. As we all know, prevention is better than cure. So a few ways are: firstly, by not letting water stagnate in ponds, coolers, drains, pots, or any water bodies around us. Secondly, by spraying oil or insecticides on water bodies which cannot be dried or covered. Thirdly, by using mosquito repellents such as bands, coils, creams, all out, etc. And fourthly, by using mosquito nets while sleeping, which are the eco-friendly method of preventing us from getting a mosquito bite. Now we have an interesting project for you. You have to make a table like this. In the first column, you will write your house, and in the second, school. So, what you have to do? You have to write down the areas in and around your house or school where water was stagnating and which was a ripe breeding ground for mosquitoes. Let's have a look on the posters for awareness regarding mosquitoes. You must have observed, especially during the rainy season, that the municipal corporations of your state or district will advertise such posters which awares you regarding the breeding and the effects of mosquitoes. Just have a look. And one more important thing, look at the poster down. World Malaria Day is celebrated on 25th of April. So, a very important day in the eradication of malaria. We have a project for you. You have to make a poster on creating awareness regarding diseases caused by mosquito bite. So we have an interesting fact about malaria. Yes, that is regarding the cure for malaria. As you all know that this disease has been there since time immemorial. So what people used to do? Did they had a cure? Yes, of course. They had a cure in the nature's basket. The bark of cinchona tree is used for the treatment of malaria since time immemorial. The bark of this tree was dried and powdered, and it was boiled and strained, and that water was given to the patients. Even today, tablets made from this cinchona tree are used. So, that is the gift of nature to mankind. What do you think? Mosquitoes cause only malaria? No, these tiny deadly insects cause many more diseases such as chikungunya, Zika virus, yellow fever, dengue, to name a few. So, just beware and protect yourself from this deadly insect. Hope you would have understood all the concepts. Now we have some homework for you. Homework number 1 is in the form of fill up, and we have options as well. The options are blood, mosquitoes, cinchona, stagnant, female. First one is malaria is caused by. Second, malaria breed on dash water. Third, malarial parasite is carried by dash anopheles mosquitoes. Fourth, bark of dash cures malaria. Fifth, malaria is confirmed by a dash test. Now homework number 2 is in the form of question answers. Question number 1. Who discovered the cause of malaria? Question number 2. What steps can be taken to prevent the spread of malaria? Question number 3. What are the symptoms of malaria? Question number 4. This is the picture given below. You have to write the stages of life cycle of a mosquito. Hope, my dear children, you would have understood all the concepts and would have enjoyed the activities and projects and homework. Take care. Goodbye.